Quite often, my goal when I'm driving is just not to get involved in some sort of incident. But when I say incident, I don't necessarily mean an accident or a collision or anything like that. I just mean the usual rigmarole that happens when you're in rush hour and people are frustrated because they're late or because they're in a rush even though they might not be late. Those people do exist. Getting new tires put on my old car. And for whatever reason, that made me think about the fact that I'm trying to become a vlogger at my age. And I know that there are vloggers out there who are probably quite successful who are older than me. But age is a thing. It's something I think about. I try not to dwell on it too much, but at the same time, when you dive into a platform like YouTube, which is traditionally associated with youth culture, I guess we can call it, I can't help but give it some extra thought. And the fact that I'm putting new rubber on my old car today made me think about the idea of being an older vlogger. I'm willing to bet that if you're watching this, you're probably into vlogs. And if you're into vlogs, you're probably into vloggers. And if you're into vloggers, I am probably 10 to 15 years older than your favorite vlogger. There's a really good chance that I'm 20 to 25 years older than your favorite vlogger. Does that mean that I shouldn't be vlogging? The question is, am I too old to vlog? It doesn't necessarily mean anything. It just means that I'm older than some of the vloggers that are out there and younger than some other ones. I don't know that I'm in the sweet spot. If I had to guess, I'd say I'm slightly over the sweet spot. I think that the moment you stop learning, that's the moment that you well and truly become old. But I also think that it's important to recognize that whatever age you are, there are age-appropriate behaviors that go with that. In the same way that young people shouldn't necessarily act older to gain favor, I don't think that older people should try to act younger to gain favor either. Is age just a number? Sure, I guess it is. But there are a bunch of neurological and biological functions that change with age. And trying to ignore those in favor of being somebody or acting some way that you're not, I actually think that works against self-actualization and self-fulfillment. I think that it's important that you recognize where you are in life and act accordingly. But that doesn't mean that things like YouTube or vlogging or technology in general are out of your grasp once you turn a certain age. Take cartoons, for example. I think that a lot of the really successful animated feature films do a great job of speaking to adults as much as they do to children and every age group in between. And I think that's what vloggers should strive for. At least the slice of life vloggers, like what I'm trying to be. I think the goal should be to try to be as accessible to as many different age groups as you can. Because if you're older than some age groups, then maybe your life experience can be valuable to them. And if you're younger than others, maybe that's a way to tap into the next generation of people and not get left behind because you're so stuck in your own generation. When I look at my subscription on YouTube, the channels that I subscribe to, there is so much diversity there that I'm really thankful I found YouTube and that I've been exposed to vlogging. And I want to contribute to that diversity. Right now, I don't really know what my voice is or what I'm offering. And I'm kind of looking at this daily vlog challenge as just an opportunity to talk to the camera and work some things out. I also recognize that I'm a late bloomer when it comes to the idea of vlogging. But I don't mind being a late bloomer. It's no different than putting new rubber on an old car. You have no idea how many more miles you're going to get out of that vehicle. So you might as well treat it well. Maybe I've given myself a few extra miles just by pointing the camera at myself and talking to you. Taking my hands off the wheel to do air quotes is probably a surefire way to end up in an incident. So I'm not going to do that again.